Hello everyone, and welcome to day 17 of the Advent calendar. It is the 17th of December. I hope you're all doing very well. Today I am showing you the outside of my cupboard because I forgot to open the door, but it's quite a nice blue, so I thought I'd just leave it here. Today I am wearing a Sew Over It heather dress made in a sueded stretch jersey, which I bought from a knitting and stitching show from a company that I can never remember the name of when I'm not standing in front of the stall, but I will be able to Google and put it in the description box as I usually do. But it's the most amazing fabric. It's like sueded and then has these amazing digitally printed sort of feathery leaves on it in gorgeous colours. And I bought it in two colourways. I bought it in this one and then in a sort of, I think it's almost a black with the leaves and stuff in a purpley cream combination, which I made a different dress out of that I've not worn yet on the Advent calendar. Okay, that one's gonna come out of the cupboard and we'll wear it before the end, so you'll get to see it. Yeah, so it's good. It's a really nice pattern. It's very comfortable and easy to wear. When I made this, I was making things probably slightly shorter than I would now, and therefore it's still relatively short. Although, no, actually, I would wear this with tights the length that it is. I think it's just because I'm bare-legged that it feels very short. So yes, that's the outfit. Today's joke, maybe just one for those in the UK. Not sure. Don't know how much this is going to translate to foreign climes, but we'll see. Where does Father Christmas go for a mixture of badminton, table tennis and subtropical swimming? Santa Parks. Google Center Parks. Anyway, that is today's joke and today's outfit. Therefore, we are moving on to the Advent calendar and the sewing tip for the day. We are now up to 17 tips. Who knew I had so many? Although a couple of them have been from you, so technically I haven't had that many. The call is still out. Please keep submitting your comments, your tips in the comments so that I may feature them in the last few days of the Advent calendar. That would be great, and I'd really love to be able to do that. Anyway, tips coming up. I will see you again tomorrow. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.
In today's tip, I'm giving a couple of things you can do to reduce the chance of your machine unthreading when you start sewing. You can see here that I've stopped sewing, my thread is pretty short, my needle is up out of my work, maybe not in its highest position, but it's well clear. But if you come up to the take-up lever, which is this part of the machine just here, you can see that it's at the very bottom of the channel that it runs up and down in when you sew. The reason this is important is because it means when you take your first next stitch, what it will do is move up to the top, and that in turn pulls your thread back out through your needle, and you can end up with a very short tail, or if you haven't paid attention, the whole thing coming unstuck. So, two things you can do. Firstly, pull your tails long and to the back of your machine. Important. But the second is to try to make sure that your take-up lever is at its very top position when you stop sewing, because that way it's less likely to pull your thread through when you next start stitching.